Welcome. My name is Fred Rayleigh. I've been marketing online since right after Al Gore invented the internet, and I want to help you succeed in your internet marketing career. I know how hard it is and the information overload that you're subjected to. I've developed what I call the business machine concept to help you understand everything that's needed. Now, it's not rocket science, and although I am a nuclear engineer, with a few simple tools, though, and a slightly different way of thinking, you'll be on your way to a nice income from your online ventures. If you're willing to learn, I'm willing to teach you. Now, it isn't too hard, but you will have to change your marketing tactics to ones that work, that I'll be teaching you. If you're okay with that, keep reading and listening, and take some good notes. I imagine you started out your online career like many of us with a great attitude bolstered by your mentor who told you that you've now plugged into the best business you could ever imagine, yada, 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 or something close to that, right? And you buckle down, you call everybody you know with the good news, and bang, it hits you. You're losing friends and not reaching the big time in your business. Your mentor tells you to keep going through all the no's to get to the coveted yes. So you muster up some more courage and keep dialing the friends and family list. Fast forward 1 month and you're no further along than on day one. There must be a better way, you think. You find another ad that seems like it solves all the problems of the first. You plug in, you follow those new instructions enthusiastically, and again, nothing happens. You repeat the process, always looking for that grass that's greener on the other side, and the easy button that looks bigger and brighter at each turn. But nothing's working. Now frustration and despair are setting in. You tried list building, and that failed. You tried buying leads, and that failed. You tried Facebook ads, and that failed. You may have even gotten Russell Brunson's free ebook and joined ClickFunnels and wasted $100 or more and found out it was just too hard. And that failed. You bought into ebooks on marketing. You bought into pre-made sales funnels that promised the world and delivered dirt, and the list just goes on and on. Failure results. Yet, you see people all around you making money hand over fist. What are you doing wrong? What are you missing? Then you run into the Nuclear Business Machine Internet Marketing Income Project. Big name. Nuclear? This looks different. A business machine. There's no shiny cars or 25-room mansion pictures. There's no bikini girls or washboard stomach men on the beach. This may be serious. And it is. It's different. It's not like the others. More on that in a moment. You know, I was in your shoes not long ago. I made over $100,000 over the years, but I was always plugging money back into the easy button things. Obviously, I was doing something right. I just couldn't put it all together to get consistent six-figure years. They all sounded so good on the surface, those easy buttons, those one-click traffic wonders, but nothing worked for long. On my last $1,000, I finally hooked up with a mentor that knew what he was talking about and taught me about those missing marketing pieces. Over the years of my accumulated failure, I had 3 assets. I had built a list of contacts interested in working from home. I had learned a lot of what did not work, and by default, some of what did work. And I was a hard worker. It started to dawn on me what my problems were. I wasn't far from success, and you probably aren't either. For me, it boiled down to persistence, focus, consistency, and congruency, with a large dose of copywriting thrown in for good measure. That sounds like a mouthful, but it's really not. Bingo! I had hit the jackpot, and everything was starting to come together. And without spending a ton of extra money. It was sort of like that butterfly effect, right? That's the theory where a butterfly flaps its wings in North America and the ripple effect causes a typhoon in Southeast Asia. It's kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back. It was the breaking point for all I'd been working towards. It was that golden thread that weaved it all together. But there was still one problem. My goal was to prove a process and then teach it to others. But what I had was too complicated. There were too many moving parts, and there was too much technical stuff. You see, my original goal was to just prove the process and then teach others until now. But I finally tripped over the last hurdle to fix that one final issue. so you can understand and implement the business machine with ease in a simple to understand manner. I removed all the smoke and mirrors and the fluff and just got down to basics. Oh, you'll still have some work to do, believe me. There's not going to be any loose ends this time. There's not going to be any missing pieces, and you won't be doing what the crowd of losers is doing. They go left, you're going to go right. You'll be unique. You'll be important, you'll be special, and you'll be making money. And you'll understand the importance of a business machine like you understand the importance of breathing. And you're going to use it 24/7 to set you financially free. There's no other way except the lottery, of course, and you know the odds on that. So let's get your business machine internet marketing income project started right now. There's not going to be any looking back. It's going to take about 10 weeks. You'll have to work hard and just do what I tell you. There's not going to be any whiners, criers, or complainers. You're fired. You've got a problem, you email me and expect an answer. We're going to move fast. You're going to need to be working 10 to 15 hours per week, and you're going to have homework to do. Yep, it's kind of like school. I'll be the teacher, you be the student. Once your business machine is up and running, there'll be no looking back, only forward to bigger profits. I'll provide the roadmap, you provide the expertise and power to move along at a rapid pace. So what is this business machine? It's the summation of all the things you need to have in place to be a successful internet marketer. You know, funnels were real popular and still are, but they're only a part of the business machine. You need a powerful offer for your perfect customer, and I'll teach you that in lesson 2. You'll need a series of unique lead capture pages, not duplicates, and that comes in lesson 4. Your thank you pages, well, I'm not going to tell you. That's one of my real killer secrets, and that's in lesson number 3, I think. And you'll need an email series that drives people to action. People discount the importance of email, but it's really the glue that holds your whole marketing system together. And I'm going to give you some ideas for alternate offers to bring in even more cash early and even for the long run. And of course, a constant flow of targeted visitors. So are you ready to start putting together your own nuclear business machine to start bringing in the income you're looking for? Let's dive into 2 of my favorite topics. First of all, key factors for your lead capture pages, and 2, follow-up. This is really my favorite topic and has been for years. Follow-up is really your key to success. Let's get started with key factors for your lead capture pages. There's 3 things you can do to improve your lead capture pages. Number 1 is focus. Number 2 is some simple branding techniques. And of course, video. Let's dive in here. For focus, first of all, you need to have a lot of lead capture pages. What we're going to find out is exactly what your target market is looking for, and you're going to design your lead capture pages around that. So we're going to have to do some testing and tweaking to see which one works better. So that's what I mean by you have to have a lot of lead capture pages. A lead capture page never fails. Some just do better than others, okay? And you want the best ones out there. So that's what I mean by have a lot. And that goes along with testing continually. I have some very simple techniques for testing the effectiveness of your lead capture pages, which will put more leads in your system and more money in your pocket, bottom line. So as far as focus on your lead capture page, most people kind of take what a company gives them and just use that. And there's 2 problems with that. Number 1, those mass-produced lead capture pages are usually not produced by marketers, and so they're not tweaked for sales, right? They're not tweaked to get the opt-in. They give the prospect a lot of options, and that's not what you want to do. You want to have a single message on your lead capture page, and that'll probably be in your headline, right? One special offer. You may have a byline, sort of like a second headline. And that will just amplify, though, the main message. So you're going to have one idea in your lead capture page. Usually they're constructed around a free giveaway, like a free video or a free ebook or a PDF or a free audio series or something like that. I'll show you how to make those in Nothing Flat. And then you have to have a call to action. And for a lead capture page, that call to action is fill in the form to get fill in the whatever the free giveaway is. On your form, only use one line, and that is the email address. Studies have shown that if you require the prospect to put in more than one line, you will decrease your response rate. Now, I frequently add in first name. I haven't really done any testing to see if I'd get more if I only put in emails, but frankly, from what I've seen, that's kind of a toss-up. But the general consensus is the less you have your prospect do in filling in the form, the better response you'll get. Make your submit button unique. Every lead capture form that you make should have a unique submit button. It should match the color of your lead capture form and your branding. We'll talk about that in a minute. It should have exactly the words on it instead of just the word submit or that kind of thing. You want a unique button so that you'll stand out in the crowd. No distractions, and I put that in all caps because I'm really yelling that at you. Don't put extra crap on your lead capture page like form services provided by AWeber, privacy guaranteed, all that heba-haba. Your prospects, frankly, don't care much about that. It just distracts them and gives them something else to look at. Take everything off of the lead capture page that you can that is not leading to getting an opt-in from the prospect. You may want to add privacy, contact page links, and terms and conditions at the bottom of the page. And the only reason I say that is there is some evidence that I've read that says Google will give your lead capture page more SEO power, search engine optimization power, if you add those privacy, contact, and terms and condition links at the bottom. Of course, they should link to actual privacy pages and terms and condition pages. But put them in small font. They don't have to be big or bold or anything. Put them way at the bottom. Most of your lead capture page should be above what's called above the fold in the upper half of the page, so that the prospect doesn't have to scroll down to find the form to submit and get the freebie. So that's the general stuff for lead capture pages. Make sure your branding on the lead capture page. Excuse me, my phone was ringing there. Make sure your lead capture page has real simple branding stuff. You see at the top of the page here on the left and on the far right, those are two little icons I use for my nuclear programs, my nuclear income program, my nuclear coaching program. The nuclear branding is what I use. So I use the little, the little atom thing and the little atom bomb thing as branding elements. They're just black and white. I put them in different combinations. I also use my submarine guy graphic from time to time, like on web pages where people have already opted in and I'm providing them like a welcome page or something like that. So you'll see me use my submarine guy logo there. But for branding, you really don't need a whole lot. Using things like your name presents is good. Having these small icons and graphics, 2 or 3 color consistency. If you want to choose, a red and blue or a black and yellow, or some color combination that kind of goes with what you're doing, that would be fine. But don't go all out and spend a lot of money on branding. It would be good. I didn't put it on the bullet on this page, but it would be good to have a picture, a headshot of you smiling and nobody else in the picture, right? You're pretty much the focus of your own brand for the most part, and a good, clear, color, smiling picture for yourself should be good. Kind of like the one I got sticking out of the submarine here for me. So that's the branding stuff. Okay. Again, simple branding. Don't overwhelm your prospect. So the last thing on key factors for lead capture pages is video. And I can see some people going, crossing your arms. I'm not going to do video. I can't do video. Look, I'm not even on the screen here, right? You don't have to be in the video necessarily. It's good if you are. If you're good on camera, that's fine. And people don't mind seeing a face and hearing mistakes, believe me. Make sure your video for your lead capture page now is only 30 to 45 seconds. You almost have to script out what you're going to say and then time yourself so that you can get it right before you do the recording. You don't want too many hiccups in the short video like that. If it's longer than 45 seconds, you're going to run the risk of some people not listening to the whole thing, getting bored, clicking away, that kind of stuff. You probably can't make it much shorter than 30 seconds. So 30 to 45 seconds, get your message in. Remember, your focus on your message is on the focus of the lead capture page. Whatever your headline says, you need to repeat that or focus on that. Make it consistent with the headline. Also, repeat the call to action to tell them to fill in their form to get the free report, free video, whatever you're giving away. And of course, this is general advice for any time you're on video. Be excited about what you're doing. Obviously, I'm excited about the nuclear income plan here, but I'm not. Don't include a lot of hype or something that you can't deliver on. Okay, people recognize that pretty quick anyway, and tend to discount that and discount you overall. The other thing you can do, if you keep your lead capture page, your video rather, up in YouTube, you can install open and close graphics as fillers, so that before the video is running and after it runs, there'll be standard graphics there. Okay. I'm not going to go into here on how you do that, but just keep that in mind. And again, that's another place where you can amplify your headline and some of your branding things. Okay, so that's the 3 things for lead capture pages. Let's get into my favorite topic, follow-up. This I think is the real key to success in any sales funnel or sales machine, business machine that you could ever devise. And here's the reason why. 80% of all sales are made from the 5th to the 12th contact. And some say these days it's up to the 20th or more contact, because there's so many messages that we're inundated with every day. You really have to stay up with that and keep in your prospect's face, so to speak, or inbox, so that they will understand you are serious about what you're doing. They can get all the information you want them to get, and so forth. So email is going to be the glue for your marketing system. I recommend you send an email at least once a week with a goal of once a day. And I know a lot of people are going, holy moly, how can I ever do that? Well, I didn't think I could ever do that either. And frankly, I don't now. I email my list 4 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, with marketing tips and calls to action. And then I send a Saturday summary of the first 3 days. So that's kind of like a freebie, right? So they get 4 emails from me every week. They know they can wait till Saturday to see all the topics and get links back to the emails. And so that seems to work best for me. I did the everyday emailing for about 4 months, and frankly, I burned out pretty quick, and I was starting to do some repetition, which is not that bad. Not bad to repeat things, because only a small percentage of your readers are going to open every email anyway. So if you repeat a topic 2 or 3 months later, you're probably going to get 50% new readers anyway. So nothing wrong with repeating things. But
it'll give you a chance to send your welcome message. And inside the Nuclear Income Training Program, we're gonna spend a whole module on the welcome message and the thank you page that you're gonna give to your readers after they fill in your lead capture page. That is the one time when you have almost 100% participation and your prospect can get to know, like, and trust you really fast. You can give away things, you can sell things, you can give them other calls to action there. It's something that few people in our industry are exploiting, and you're literally throwing away money if you're not concentrating on the welcome email and the thank you or delivery page for your lead capture form, right? So we're going to concentrate on that so that people will get to know, like, and trust you and start buying more of your stuff. There'll be a call to action in every message. Okay, so that's page 1 on email. Let's talk about the format. Now, email is going to be the initial transmission of everything. That's how you're going to get people interested. And most of my emails on repetitive series get 40 or 50% open rates. So people are going to be looking at your emails. And then, of course, if it's what they're looking for, they'll be clicking through as well. So email will transmit your links to your blog or to your audio or to your video or other things. And then, of course, you can host your own blog and provide blog posts and writings and sales pages and video pages and that kind of stuff on your blog. All very easy to do. I'll show you exactly how to do that and what plugins to use there. I think the blog is probably your second most important marketing medium because it can contain everything. If you like audio, there's lots of ways to do audio. You can embed those in your blog. If you like to do video, which I strongly recommend, you can embed those in your blog. And of course, you can host those on YouTube or Vimeo or some other of the video hosting circuits. You can provide a lot of different things in PDF format. You know, all the Google Docs and Microsoft Word and all the word processing programs now can automatically save things in PDF format. And you can give things like checklist or ingredients list or testimonials or just all kind of things in those formats and then convert them to PDF for download. And people love those kind of things. They'll fill in forms for them, especially if it's, you know, like 5 tips to lose 5 pounds a month, you know, on my weight loss program or something like that. You could do those with PDFs. And then you can do combinations of those kind of things too. I've seen sales pages made in PDFs, and if you open them up, there might be a link to a video there, that kind of thing. So there's a lot of different ways you can get your message out there. Again, email will be the key for your long-term success, of course, and that's where you're going to build your list too. So the third page here, the big elephant in the room is, well, what do I write about? You know, here I am, I'm selling this product, I'm selling this service. What do I write about to my readers? And I have a list of things to write about that is longer than my arm because I've been doing this a while, and I think once you get doing it too, you will be too. But just some things to think about. Number one, you're the expert on whatever it is you're marketing or selling or creating for your prospect. And you have to remember that you probably know a lot of stuff which is common to you, but your prospects will not know it, like the details about your product or the details about a competition product and why you did what you did in your product, kind of thing. I mean, there's all those kind of things. Your expertise can come out in a lot of different ways, and you can transmit that via written form or audio or video, but make sure you put out all of your expert information. Outlines are good. If you have a process-oriented thing that you're selling, use an outline form, and you could send that out in PDF or put it on your blog. that kind of thing. Checklists are also good. People like, 10-part checklist or, things like that. I use that in some of my lead magnets, 300 power words and phrases kind of thing, or 15 top headline formats, things like that. You could also do demos. There's one company out there that does demos of their product in video, pretty much, but you can see what the product looks like, how the person interacts with it, what it does, when you fire it up, or whatever. Also, a lot of companies send out samples. There's another big company that has been built mostly on samples, and people try the product, a 3-day sample of the product, for instance, and they get sold on it, and they order a 30-day supply kind of thing. Announcements. If your company or you have an event coming up, or a webinar coming up, or a new sales guru coming to speak, or something like that, you can send out an email announcement, 1 or 2 or 3 if you want, to your list to announce the event, and drive them over to the registration page or whatever you have. There's been a 4-video promo series that has been popular recently. I'll teach you that in this course, and how those videos can be used for events or webinars, or even just direct sales pages. 4-video promos are very powerful because you create anticipation from the first to the second to the third to the fourth, and they're all built on training and education, but of course your sales pitch follows on naturally from that. Webinars obviously are a good way to put out content or create content. One of the things I talk about too is I trained under a guy early on who sent 2 emails every day. If you can imagine how much work that is. He would tell you he only spends 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the afternoon on it. I kind of wonder if that's really true for the long term. Maybe for a few of them it was. But the Seinfeld email was this. He basically told a story about whatever was going on in his life in the morning email. He had a young son and he was changing diapers, or he was going to a football game with his family, or this and that and the other. His lawnmower broke, whatever it was. It was just mundane things, and he called them the Seinfeld emails because if you ever watched that series called Seinfeld, it was just kind of humdrum stories that were enhanced by the comedy of the actors, right? But the stories themselves were not that phenomenal. It wasn't a lot of mystery or anything like that. They were just people going to the movies or going to the grocery stores and the funny things that happened to them kind of thing. So that leads to the next bullet, and that says stories sell. If you've got product-related stories or process-related stories or testimonials from users or things like that, telling a story about how your product works or how your coaching works or whatever it is you're selling works is always good, or the results of saying, tell a story and involve your reader, and that will sell more of your product or service than anything. Other sources that you can get for content, private label resell, PLR materials are available all over, and they basically contain material that was written by others but is licensed for you to use. And generally you can use it as is, or you could modify it, with your own information, or you could delete something that, you didn't like. You can rewrite it. But it's good kind of fodder, if you will. You can put 2 or 3 of them together. I've done that a lot of times. I'll pull down 3 or 4 PLR pieces on email marketing because that's one of my favorite topics. And there might be some good copy in there that I'll put together to make a master product kind of thing. You can also copy the gurus, and that's what I mean by that is if you've got people in your industry that have already reached the top, right? They're already successful, and they run blogs and they run videos and that kind of stuff. Follow them and watch what they're doing. And you don't have to copy them exactly, but learn how they construct their videos. You know, do they have an opening? Do they have a closing? Do they have, you know, a 3-point middle, a 5-point middle? You know, that kind of thing. About how to structure your information and the type of information they give out. Similar to that is follow the experts, and this I think is related. I wrote this separately because I think of this in terms of separate industry but related industry. Like I follow Neil Patel, right? He's a marketing guru, online marketing, blog marketing, that kind of stuff, all the kind of stuff I do. He's in the, you know, millionaire status, and I'm not quite there yet. But a lot of the stuff he recommends is stuff that I already do, and I learn a lot by reading his blog post and watching his videos. So that's what I call like the other experts, okay? And you can relate what those people are saying. Frankly, a lot of times I will just send out a link to Neil Patel's recent blog post and have a few comments on why my readers might like to read it and find out good stuff from it, right? So follow experts and use the expert testimonial kind of thing. So that's about it for my 2 training topics, 2 of my favorites. Of course, that you'll get much more detail in the nuclear income training coaching here, but that's the kind of stuff we'll be talking about and doing as part of your training to get your business machine up and running. So here's the topics that I've broken it out. I've broken them out by week. First of all, understanding and defining your mission. This is to help me understand what you're doing and for you to help define it better. And week 2, we'll set up your business machine basics. Week 3 is sort of starting off on your lead magnets and your lead capture pages. I title it, How Will You Help Society, right? Because I want you to think big and how you're helping change lives and things like that. But it's going to get down into the niches of what are you really going to promote in order to promote your business and your services. Exploiting your expertise. Everybody's an expert in something, and that's a good way to attract new members. And I'm going to, I'm going to show you how to exploit that for your benefit here. We're going to finish up your giveaway number 1, your lead magnet number 1 in week 5. And then in week 6, we're going to put together an offer letter that's going to be after your lead magnet, but it's going to be for your main product or service, okay? And we'll work on your offer letter for that. Week 7, we'll start stringing it all together to put the funnel together. And then in week 8, this is the part that's missing in most funnels, is where are your main customers hiding and how are we going to attract them to your lead magnets, okay? Week 9, we're expecting to see your first opt-in. And then week 10, we'll scale for profits, okay? And that means we'll take what we've got, we'll use what's working best from all of our lead capture page testing, and we'll start scaling that for profits and make your system run in automatic. And that's the real goal of this whole project, is to make sure you have a business which, one, can be scaled. In other words, you can drive more traffic and get more money without limits, and that it doesn't bog you down. We want you to be enjoying your income, right? Not sitting here tweaking emails or tweaking lead capture pages or this kind of thing. We want to put the work you have to do to a minimum so that your business will run in automatic. That's why I call it a machine. Now, the format for each week, first of all, I'm going to have a video or 2 or 3 or 4 on the main and subtopics that we just looked at. We'll send those out to you early so that you can review them. There'll also be homework assignments with those. And then later in the week, usually on a Thursday night or a Saturday morning, we'll do a Zoom conference. It's like a webinar conference if you hadn't been on Zoom. And you can be there. We can review your homework. We can critique your lead capture pages, that sort of thing. And the benefit of this is these are group discussions. So not only do you get my review and comment on your stuff, but you'll also hear me commenting and reviewing on other people's stuff. So you'll get the benefit of seeing A, what others are doing, and B, what the mistakes that they're making and the recommendations for fixing them that I am recommending. And we'll keep that group going way past the 10 weeks, because I know you're not going to get everything done in 10 weeks. You know you're not going to get everything done in 10 weeks, but I think we can get all the basics done, and we'll use this weekly Zoom conference to kind of tweak and move things slightly as we move along to get you better results, more leads, more sales, that kind of thing. Okay. We'll also have email Q&A. I'll target a 24-hour turnaround Monday through Friday, but I'm usually way quicker than that, usually within 6 hours, and a lot of times like right away kind of thing. Okay, so I can't promise too much, but I guarantee within 24 hours I can answer all your email Q&As. So in order to get on the nuclear coaching program, hop over to thesubmarineguy.com/nuclear coaching, capital N, capital C. Opt in there, grab the 10-week nuclear coaching offer, and we'll get your business machine up and running in automatic. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. There's a couple of bonuses I got too. I've been running a lead magnet called 300 Power Words and Phrases for years and pulling in leads left and right. And I just added to it 12 fill-in-the-blank killer headline formulas that you're going to be able to use and just plug right into. You're going to love this one. I've also got bonus number 2 is a complete product that I have. It's a 15 video series on how to create your first info product. It's a lot of the same stuff that we're going to be going over, but with 15 videos, it's got more in-depth info on how to integrate things. And then number 3, you're going to love this too. I've got a long series. I don't even remember how many videos are in this one, but there's a whole training series on Aweber that is going to show you how to set up your campaigns and all that kind of stuff on Aweber that I'm going to give you for free. And the 42 additional weekly coaching calls that I mentioned on the last page, where we'll keep getting together on those Zoom calls every week and go over your marketing. So I've been doing this for a while. Here's what some others are saying. People like me, like my coaching. They like my advice to network marketers. This one lady who didn't have a picture said, "You inspired me as a senior trying to navigate on the web. It can be overwhelming, especially how fast things change." She really was appreciative of the simplicity which I bring. Thanks for answering my questions. Here's a couple more. Awesome advice. A little refresher, very direct, best mentor ever. I do trust you. You're one of the best marketers I hear from, etc. So I'm well liked. I think you're going to like what we're doing here. Again, hop over to thesubmarineguy.com/nuclear coaching with capital N, capital C. Opt in on the form there. Grab the 10-week nuclear coaching offer, and let's get your business machine running in automatic. thesubmarineguy.com/nuclear coaching, capital N, capital C. That's all we got.